And we are live. Good morning, everybody. It's Friday. Now, it's not your normal Friday. It's the Friday in which the markets have realized that the old world investment environment sucks. We have Google laying off 11% of their employees. We have Apple laying off people, I think, if I remember correctly. We have several large companies that are whispering about bankruptcy, Gemini being one of them. The rest of the world is going down in flames, as we knew it would. See, what a lot of people don't excuse me, what a lot of people don't understand is they think there's something wrong with the system. Well, the Federal Reserve should be able to do this, and the Treasury should be able to do that, and the market should be able to do that and adjust. What's wrong with it? What they don't understand is that this is the end of the system. When the system was implemented 100 years ago, over 100 years ago, they knew that this would happen. They talked about it. They wrote some books about it. One of the books I've talked about in my show, good luck finding it. It's called The Road We Are Traveling. And it explains that at the end of the progressive movement, that the financial system that they will go into, which at the time they called it System X. They didn't have a name for it. Well, System X is the matrix that they've created and the great reset that they're going into. It's a 100% yes, I did forget the banana shirt. It's in my closet. But I woke up late. Don't you hate when you wake up late? Throws your whole damn day off. Right? The System X that they talked about in the early 1900s and how to reach it. See, they wrote this all down. They wrote their whole plan down. Now, the number of people, the number of people that are consciously aware of the long progressive movement is not that many people. But where they want to take us now, the Great Reset, the reason that the head of our Treasury Department is over in China right now is the end of the system. It is the consequence of launching the system. This is its natural end. Its its natural end is self-destruction. Keynesians don't understand truly what Keynes' goal was. Right? Keynes was a communist. He was a Marxist. His goal was to end up in a fully Marxist system. See, right now, the government runs the banks. Right now, the government runs 90%. There's nothing the government doesn't touch or try to influence. In that nanny state environment, something's gonna die. See, you're always either gaining freedom or losing it to the government. One of you are growing. It's either the general population or the government. And now the government has gotten so overweighted with its own existence that it really can't even recognize itself. See, right here, all right, this is a great question. Who's the government? Is it Washington? Is it the bankers? Is it the EPA? Or is it, what isn't the government? That's the problem, is that the governments, and government structures have so much control that there's nothing else they can really grow into. Think of it, all right. Think of the government as a goldfish. The government is grown so large that it's larger than its environment. And its environment is dying. The host is dying. For years, the government was the parasite on the economy. Now, the economy is the government. When a government gets so large that if you don't roll over the obligations, the debt of the government, everyone says the global economy is just gonna blow up. That government is too big. And that's where we're at, folks. The government is trying to grow in an environment where everything else is shrinking. The government is drowning, but there's no entity in the water large enough for the government to grab and prop up the government. Look at employment wise. Let's really dig into this. Look at the people working for the federal government at high levels. Right? We had a transgendered guy who dresses up like a woman, has a goatee, and apparently likes looking in other people's luggage at airports. As the head of our nuclear stuff, when you look at your government and you see absolute idiocy, it's a freak show, yeah. You know that the government's not going to last much longer. Look at the banking sector. The banking sector is in so much trouble because Number one, they can't hire enough people. No one can. We don't have the manpower. We don't have the work ethic. We don't have anything that a healthy society needs. And we're not growing young people. We're not giving them the tools to be successful. How many younger people do you guys know that are on some kind of medication? They're on antidepressants, they're on this, they're on that, they have HDAT, they have HHTTWZ, they have I Want My MTV, they have made up bullshit. Every kid that goes to school one day and claims to be sad because of whatever, they have a test today, so they have anxiety. We throw medication at them. We don't tell them, right? We don't tell them, hey, that's just part of life. See, the words that America needs to get back to is this: get over it. Get the fuck over it and stop being a pussy. We encourage people. We encourage people to go and see psychiatrists. What's the goal of going to see a psychiatrist? Isn't the goal to get over whatever you perceive as an issue? And the issue is something in your past, right? Can you change the past? No. So all you can do is get the fuck over it. What's the psychiatrist going to tell you that your brain hasn't already tried to figure out about some event that you think's relevant in your life today? Nothing. They're not gonna say a magic sentence that's gonna make you understand why maybe in your childhood you were abused. Maybe you were sexually abused. Maybe you were raped. Maybe you were beaten. I don't know what issues people have, but I do know that looking at a picture of the past is okay, but put the picture down and go outside and live your life. I can speak from experience. I had a shitty childhood. It sucked. But guess what? That was 30, 40 years ago. There's nothing I could think of. There's nothing that anyone could tell me that would logically explain my childhood. We've all got shit to deal with. The important part is you deal with it, then you get the fuck over it. And if you're dealing with something, now, this may be an issue. If you had an abusive parent when you were a kid, and you still have an abusive parent as an adult, and you haven't told your parent to fuck off yet, that needs to be dealt with. If you have someone in your life who is toxic, get rid of them. They are not worth it. I don't give a shit if it's your mom, your dad, your grandmother, your adult child. If you have a child who's a piece of shit, get rid of them. Tell them to pack their shit and get the fuck out. But Dad, where am I gonna go? I don't fucking care. I'll be homeless. Well, apparently there are people living that way. You'll be all right. Have fun. Get the fuck out of my life. You can't save anybody from themselves. Surround yourself with people who encourage you. Surround yourself with people who are positive. Surround yourself in an environment of love, not negativity. Negativity is poison to the human soul. It's poison. Don't take it. If somebody is in your life is poisoning your soul with negativity, if you say something and every reply that they give you is negative, if you walk up and go, "Hey, what a wonderful day today." Well, yeah, but there's like 7 clouds right there that could turn into a rain cloud, and before you know it, it's a hurricane. What? Motherfucker, I just said, isn't it a pretty day? And within 10 seconds, you have us evacuating, running for our lives in some imaginary growing cloud scenario. But we all know these people. These are people that could walk into a round room and bitch about a corner. Think about that. Don't let people fuck up your happiness. And I'm telling you, family members or not, tell them to fuck off. You'll feel so much better. Family doesn't mean they have the right to hurt you. Just because you share DNA doesn't mean that you are chained to their bullshit. Yeah, I'm a naturally happy person. And there's a lot of people that annoys the fuck out of them. God, you're always so happy and positive. Well, son of a bitch, string me up. I don't know. I don't know why people are so negative, but they are. So today's Friday, guys and gals. Enjoy the day. Go for a walk. Take yourself out to lunch and eat more than you're supposed to. All right, I'm jumping over on Patreon. And you know what? I think I'm just going to continue this rant for about an hour. There's some things that needs to be addressed. See you on Patreon in about 5 minutes. Click the link under here if you want to hear some good old-fashioned truth. Love you guys. See you in a minute. Bye-bye.